Rabbit destruction in 3, 2, 1, goodbye.
Today we are shooting ballistics gel rabbits to test what is the best small game cartridge. We're gonna test some that would be best to keep the meat with, and we're also gonna test some that would just be good for varmint control in general, that are a little bit more explosives. We're gonna test it first on this silicone block that we got from the Kardashians, and then we're gonna work up to, Josh Mash, why did you laugh? We're gonna start with some rimfire cartridges that would be good to keep the meat with rabbits and squirrels and stuff, and then we're gonna test some that are just good for varmint control that are a little bit more explosive.
It has one of her hairs on it.
And then we are going to test it on a ballistics gel rabbit. Let's get into it. This is a 22 long rifle. Griffin is gonna be shooting it. He's one of my guides. Take it away, Griffin.
All right, 22 long rifle. In 3, 2, 1, goodbye.
A little high, but.
Did I hit high?
A little bit.
Did I? Because I thought I was gonna do overboard, so I was aiming up here. So
well, maybe you did, dude. You smacked it right there.
Right here.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It went all the way through.
It went right through the center of it. We thought he hit the top, but just a little piece flew up because this is old.
You know, it's right there.
Old silicone. And the bullet did start.
You can see the wound channel.
Yeah, it started to tumble there at the end.
And then it hit right there. There's a hole.
There's a hole in the rock. We may be able to dig that out later.
22 long rifle on the rabbit. Let's get it. Oh.
Oh, it killed it. Good shot.
Yeah, that worked.
I would say that went right through it.
And there's some Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid coming out of it. Perfect hard shot, Griffin. That was probably more like a long shot, but it was a good shot nonetheless.
You had good penetration though. I mean, all the way through, you can see like onside shoulders broken. I don't think that rabbit was gonna go anywhere.
No, and you could definitely use that to eat the meat from, I would say. So
yeah.
Meat eating score is very, very high, though you may have to chase that rabbit a little bit. Let's move on to the 22 mag. Okay, 22 mag, we're using all hollow points in this. This is significantly more speed than a 22 long rifle. Oh wow, that was a lot more. That was a little bit more explosive, I would say. It hit lower than you did. But I mean, look at the difference. Like it's like a little bubble where you hit and where I hit.
There's actually like some powder burn on
yeah, there's some powder burn. Oh man, look at that wound channel as soon as it goes in though. It kind of deflected down.
Yeah, look, you can, oh look, you can see the little shards.
Yeah.
Came all the way down.
Still probably in a good eating area, but the rabbit will tell the tale. Okay, 22 mag rabbit. Whoa! Rifle's clear. Just the fact that it knocked it off the box means a little bit.
Oh,
it hit a little lower.
Goodness. Oh.
Ooh.
There's some frosting.
It did hit.
Yeah.
Look at that.
You got bullet like fragmenting on the back side.
I mean, it fragmented enough that it came and blew out the bottom of it. Still in the range that you could eat the rabbit after shooting it. Not well. It would be quite explosive though, but you could still eat the rabbit.
Kung Pao rabbit.
Kung Pao chicken.
Oh, get out of here. Come on. Come on. Get up and get on. Come on. Hoo-wee. Hoo-wee. Come on. Hip. Yeah. I'm gonna eat you. Come on.
All right, we have here 17 HMR. This is definitely gonna be a little bit more explosive, a lot faster, a little more power. 17 HMR in 3, 2, 1, goodbye.
I saw that wound channel blow up on that one. That doesn't actually look a ton.
There's your bullet hole.
There's the bullet hole. It's like a little...
No, hold on. Look at the bullet channel right there.
Oh my gosh! Look
Holy crap.
at that. You can barely see it probably in the camera, but I mean that is a 2 or 3 inch wound channel, and it basically just blows up into huge fragments.
You can see a fragment of the bullet.
Yeah, it just flowers out. It doesn't even go all the way through the ballistic gel block. It maybe goes in 4 or 5 inches. So I'm interested to see what this will do to the rabbit.
Okay, 17 HMR headshot edition. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, goodbye.
Oh. Oh.
I think she's done, bud.
I think the bunny's dead. Oh my.
Oh, I hit it right in the nose.
No, you hit it right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
right in the nose.
But I would say that.
Well, the head's mostly gelatin now.
I would say
Like it wasn't already.
that bunny is no longer with us. But if you look, the 17 HMR hit that hard bone, did not really penetrate.
There's a little bit. There's a little bit of fragments. Like
There's
right
some
here.
fragmentation, but like the bullet itself broke apart before it got in. So that is a highly explosive round going extremely fast, but it's a tiny bullet. What grain bullet is that?
17 grains.
17 grain, 17 HMR. That's tiny little bullet speeding out of a little rimfire.
I'd say if you're going for headshots, you're almost better off than a 22 mag though, because like 22 mag destroyed all your meat up here, but that didn't even destroy any.
Yeah. I would say 17 HMR is probably my favorite one so far. Okay, let's move on up to a little bit more oomph. Okay, 223 Remington. This is a centerfire cartridge. It's getting big. Did I get it?
I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say you got it.
I'd say I got it too.
Hit it towards the top, but
I was aiming like right here over the top of it, but
so there's your exit wound.
holy cow, look at that wound channel though. I'm using a ballistic tip.
Hold it up in the light, you can see it really good there.
I mean, that's a 3-inch wound gap, and you just see how explosive that was.
Oh, you got a little bit of copper right there too.
Is there really?
Yeah, you can kind of see that the light hits it.
So it's good penetration as well as, you know, this is like a good coyote gun. I think it's gonna blow this rabbit in half. 223 Remington versus stupid rabbit. Oh!
There's crap landing behind us.
And it landed like 10 feet behind us. What is that? Is that like a toe?
I don't know.
Looks like a
Let's
bear
figure out
tooth.
where it goes on the rabbit. There's a piece of rabbit right there. And a piece of rabbit right there.
Everywhere.
Oh my.
Oh, you hit a little high.
Did I?
No, you didn't.
No, I
You
centered it.
It just blew out like crazy.
Oh man.
blew us back.
You're getting to the point where,
There's no
I mean
edible.
the back legs would be good, maybe.
Yeah, that's true.
You'd have some little drumsticks on there, but definitely probably not optimal for a rabbit. But coyote, that would be great performance on a coyote, or you know, something like that. But if you don't care about the meat and if it's just varmint control, that would be awesome. Let's move on to something bigger.
Okay, we got here 243. This is the biggest centerfire cartridge we are shooting today, and this is going to be quite explosive. Let's get it.
85 grain bullet going like 3,400 feet a second.
Ready, set, goodbye.
Significantly more energy, I would say.
It only came back at us. I don't know if that's normal, but
It's
Let's see if
going
Joe
to be
tries to
really
attack us.
dirty now, though. You can see the bullet hole quite easily. Hold it up to the... Oh! Okay, there we go. You can kind of see that it just exploded in there, so I can't imagine what it's going to do that rabbit. There's a bullet right there.
oh, is there? For the 243?
I don't know if it's from the 243, but it might be a piece of it. Let's dig that out.
Is it hot?
No. Not a full bullet, but that is definitely a piece of a bullet. That's the very back of the 243 right there. And that's all that left. That expanded very explosively. Let's move on to the rabbit. I'm anxious to see what happens.
Rabbit destruction in 3, 2, 1, goodbye.
Oh my, oh my. Oh my. Okay, here's the entrance.
And I don't know if we can show the exit.
That looks like a...
All right, turn around.
There's hot wax dripping down on me right now. Okay.
That is a hole.
There's nothing left.
Well,
I would not recommend shooting a rabbit. You could still use the back legs.
I think
Maybe.
you might be a little bit out there, Chief.
I'm being optimistic, but definitely probably wouldn't recommend shooting a rabbit with a 243 unless you plan on never touching it afterwards. Okay, let's move on to some scatterguns. Well, scattergun. I know we could start at the 410, move up to the 20, and then the 12, but we're just going to start with the 12. I've got some number 4 shot pheasant loads in here. Ballistics gel with a 12 gauge. Whoa.
No need for retrieval.
If that was a pheasant,
Yeah, your pattern's like
it's
that
like
big.
It's like a 3-inch pattern.
And yes, we know we're shooting at close range, but this is supposed to be entertaining.
This is supposed to be entertainment and also education. If you want to eat a rabbit, don't shoot it with a 12 gauge from 4 feet away.
It's not the fact that we suck at shooting. We just like shooting stuff.
Oh
Oh
my.
my gosh.
Holy crud. All right, let's shoot the rabbit. Do not shoot a rabbit from this close if you want to eat it. I can promise you from past experience. Oh! That wasn't too bad. Yeah.
It wasn't too bad. Head's gone.
That wasn't bad. Back legs are still good. Divvy's on the drumsticks.
If you like eating lead.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna eat a rabbit,
Don't shoot at anything past maybe the 17 HMR.
yeah, probably wouldn't recommend anything past the 17 HMR. Unless it's on the run at like 40, 50 yards, then you might only just have a couple BBs in it, but.
Oh my. I think that was from the 243. Bonus meat.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely did a number on its everything. So, you know, overall, I would say that we should probably, if you want to eat something, squirrels, rabbits, probably end it at a 17 HMR. And if you want to just take pokes at prairie dogs to thin out the population on private lands, to avoid cattle breaking their legs or something, you can move up to 223, 22, 250, 243, 300 PRC, you know. But
That was quite the jump.
but as far as like being able to shoot stuff, just varmint rifles, any one of the things that we recommended work, including the 12 gauge. I've shot a lot of rabbits on the run at further ranges with a 12 gauge, and it works just fine. You don't ruin a ton of meat. But if you shoot them from close up, like 10 yards or less, or even 15 yards or less, don't plan on eating that rabbit.
All right, so we're gonna go over these rifles and the calibers each one's chambered in real quick and just kind of go over the pros and cons of using each. So to start with, we have the 22 long rifle. Now, relatively easy and cheap to find. It's a great small game, like squirrel rifle like that. The only downside to the 22 long rifle, I would say, is your distance. You're only gonna be effective to out maybe 100 yards. Basically, it's good starting rifle, good value, good saving on meat. Next up, we have the 22 mag. Basically, the 22 long rifle's big brother. A little bit harder to find, a little more meat damage, but you can shoot a little bit further with this because it packs a little bit more of a punch. I would go for this if you want a little bit more bang over the 22 long rifle. And my personal favorite out of the rimfire cartridges, the 17 HMR. Now the 17 HMR is a lot quicker and faster than the 22 long rifle or the 22 mag. Shoots a lighter bullet, so you have a little more wind deflection, and you will get a little more damage. But if you're not worried about saving meat, the 17 HMR is one of my favorite rounds because of the versatility you have. You can shoot anything from a squirrel up to a coyote with it. It's just not as effective range as some of the next cartridges we're going to talk about.
Okay, now moving on to the centerfire cartridges, the 223 or the 5.56 is a really good one, especially if you're going to be moving on up. There's a grasshopper on it. Especially if you're going to be moving on up to like coyotes and longer range, like prairie dog shooting and stuff like that. It's going to be a better cartridge. There's some more modern cartridges that are similar to the 223 or 5.56, like the 22 ARC, 22 250, 22 Creedmoor, and some of those shoot bigger bullets better. They're going to be better for more long range plinking, especially if you're going to take a long shot, long poke out at some animals. But the 223 Remington is easier to find ammunition for, and usually it's a lot cheaper as well. Next, we're going to move on to the 243 Winchester and the like, you know, 6.5 Creedmoor, 6.5 Grendel, 6 Creedmoor, 6 ARC. All of those are going to be a really good varmint cartridge, especially if you're going to shoot bigger animals like coyotes, bobcats. The downside of it is you'll have zero meat savings from this. You're going to blow up smaller animals. But if you're gonna shoot animals that you're probably not gonna eat anyway, like coyotes, it's probably the perfect cartridge because you can poke out there a lot longer distance, you know, 400 or 500 yards, 600 yards, especially if you're using some of the more modern cartridges. You can poke out there a long ways for those varmints. And it makes it fun when you're shooting prairie dogs from like 1,000 yards away. Next, we're going to move on to the shotguns. If you're going to shoot something with a 410, you can stick at closer ranges. But the nice thing about shotguns is they're just really versatile. The problem with them is that, like I said, if you're really close, you're just going to blow them up. It's just a huge, basically large slug that hits them at close range. But if they're out there a longer ways, like if you're out pheasant hunting and a rabbit starts running off, or you see a squirrel 40, 50 yards at the top of a tree, you can shoot it. It's probably just going to hit it with a few BBs and fall down. And you don't have to worry about, you know, shooting a 22 into the air and having it come down and hit somebody in the head, or a 223. The shotguns are nice because they're just a short range weapon. But if you're close, they're extremely potent at short range. So keep in mind that you probably don't want to hunt with something if you're going to be like 20 yards or less, at least if you're gonna eat it. Thanks for watching today's video. Remember, trust the process, be a man, learn to hunt.